And that's what makes writing easy. You just go with it. They're telling you what they want. They're telling you what to do. You just go with it. And that's how I wrote.
So Foley, obviously he's turning heel here the next week, cuts an awesome promo after the DX beatdown. Fans didn't care. You were chanting Austin's name. So he's obviously not happy with Austin at all. And then another show I was at, the 413 Raw, which happens a week later, basically kind of really ramping this up, or a few weeks later, really ramping this up, really building up. Austin versus Vince McMahon with, and obviously Austin has one hand tied behind his back. Philadelphia, another awesome show, just monumental. This is the night that Raw beat Nitro for the first time in 83 weeks, really 90 weeks if you really want to look at it. So this is such a huge Raw. And what happens at the end when Austin has one hand tied behind his back? Dude Love, Mick Foley beats up Austin and causes the DQ. So Foley's right back in the main event.
Yeah, and it's, bro, it's so, like you said, man, it was so deep on so many levels, because the reality of the situation is it's the same guy, and no matter what character it is, Mr. McMahon can manipulate him. Yeah, you know what I mean? Whether it's Dude Love, whether it's Mankind, Mr. McMahon knows how to manipulate him. And again, bro, that's just what made things very, very believable.
Man, it's so awesome. Just the way this all happens, just seems like it's going like perfectly sequentially. Like, wow, that he does have total right. Like, he's going to turn the fans. This guy really is kind of nuts. And then Vince totally manipulates him. Who could take out Austin? He's not going to be his corporate champion. He's going to use Foley to do it. Foley is very unhappy. This feud is red hot. This feud is awesome. It's going to last for 2 months, which is great. Foley, aka Dude Loves, with Vince. Vince, at one point, I think we've talked about this in the past, does some awesome, hilarious dance on Raw that, like, everybody breaks character for.
I know,
he's doing the Dude Love.
I know exactly what you're talking about. He's on the stage, and Austin is in the ring, and Austin is doing everything to keep from busting a cut. I know exactly what you're talking about, man.
And one of the dudettes there looks like it's Colette Foley. She looks like she's playing the character of one of the girls that's dancing too there. So
see, I didn't even realize that. That part I didn't even realize.
Yeah, Easter egg there, which is interesting. But
Very
this
nice.
is great. I love this. So it's Dude Love, Austin going to feud for 2 months. Unforgiven 98 is the first match. Dude Love defeats Austin by DQ. The rematch is at Over the Edge 98. We've mentioned this before. I think it might be the greatest finish ever, like, in wrestling. I just love, like, part A part happens, then B, C, like, all the dominoes fall into effect. So Undertaker puts Patterson through a table, puts Briscoe through a table. There, obviously, Vince is the referee for Austin versus Dude Love, the rematch, because he wants to assure that he's going to make sure that only his hand can count to 3, and that Dude Love will win the title and finally get his corporate champion, because Austin is a disgrace to the company. Austin ends up nailing Vince with the chair. Foley gets stunner. Austin uses Vince's hand to count to 3. As a fan, you're like, how the hell is Austin getting out of this one? He's losing the title. And he beats Dude Love thanks to him putting Vince's 3 down. So you kept Dude Love strong, though.
And bro, that's the thing. Like, I can remember sitting at Vince's, living room table, dining room table. You'd probably call it the dining room table. Just figuring out these finishes. You know what I mean? Like, coming up with something that we knew was going to be marquee, box office, sell, people were going to be interested in it. So you book that. Now you got to sit down and figure out how to make it work. Those were the best freaking discussions, man. And that's my problem with today's WWE product. John, is they are churning out so much content because they're trying to serve so many masters that they don't have the time to come up with that kind of creative. They don't have the time to sit there for 2-3 hours and figure out how to make this work. They don't have the time to do that anymore.
For here, Vince is going to end up firing Foley for losing to Austin. He becomes Mankind again. But it's one of